Hello, all my horror fans. Welcome back to Hermione's Horror Reviews. On this channel, I do horror book hauls, horror book reviews of both digital and physical media, audiobook reviews, and so much more. I should include movies as well. I would like to say that I am not going to be seeing Sinners until towards the end of the month because I had to buy, seems like a boatload of stuff just to get stuff done. So yeah, I will unfortunately not be able to go see Sinners, but from how successful the movie has been, I know it'll still be there when I'm ready to go and watch it. Alright, so in this video, I'm doing a review of another short story from Stories on the Go, 101 short stories written by 101 authors. And we are going to do a review of Wild by Selena French. I believe that's how it is. And it is about this girl called Tilly, who is considered to be a boatload of trouble, and this new kid named James, who always falls asleep in class. And of course the kids, they love it because they can draw on his face, and they think it's funny. So, interestingly enough, about this extremely short story, that the author puts a lot of stuff into it. We can tell from the mark on her face that Tilly is abused. She is physically abused by, later on we find out, it is her father who abuses her. And he has no problem with doing it in front of other people. So when Tilly goes to give James his work after he's had to leave school super early, she discovers that James's mother is putting running up pills and putting it in things like his mashed potatoes and things like that. And he always comments that after he eats, he doesn't feel so well. Not enough for him to throw up his food, but enough for him to go and lay down. And it starts a process of he's always sleeping. So she asks to use his bathroom, and he goes, okay, and he gives her directions on where to go where the bathroom's at. And she notices in his cabinet things like pills for, not for human consumption, experimental pills, and one for horses. What the freaking heck are you doing giving your son pills that are made for horses? Okay. It's a tranquilizer in pill form. It is a tranquilizer for horses. Later on we find out why. So basically, she starts giving him food that doesn't come from the mother. And of course, because he's not ingesting what his mother is putting in the food, he's starting to feel better. So it does get back to the powers to be that Tilly is keeping James from eating the food that James's mother is giving him. And of course, James's mother decides to go to the source, which is Tilly's family. And what does her father do? Literally almost comes close to beating the shit out of Tilly right in front of a woman who is not quite expecting that particular response. So why is it that James is given these experimental pills, including a tranquilizer designed for horses? It is because James happens to be a werewolf, and the tranquilizers are the only thing that knocks him out. And basically because of the fact that James knows that Tilly's father is a pile of shit, well, he decides to dine on him. He doesn't say particularly in it, but yeah. That's exactly what happens to him. He gets his just desserts. Yes. So yeah, it was an interesting short story, like 3 pages long. I was like, it's interesting about how like James, even in his werewolf form, is overly protective of Tilly because Tilly showed him kindness and everything. Anyways, we don't know what happened to the mother. We do not know what happened to the mother, but she probably ended up becoming dinner too. I'm just going to guess on that. And the end, the two wild things run off into the distance. Very nice ending to the story. Alright, so that is my video for right now. I will try to come back at some point. And I will see you guys next time.